Hi, Flosstube friends. How are you? I've missed you. Today is August 4th. It's a Friday, and I'm back. If we haven't met yet, my name is Daleen, and this is my channel where I talk about cross stitch and quilting and sewing and my grandbabies and my dog and my chickens and my garden and what I'm grateful for and food. Always food. So come on in. Let's get started. You know I have food. And I don't have a cover on these. Look. Fresh, still warm donuts. Yeah, I have donuts and coffee and tea. So come on over. Oh man, they smell good. Okay, good news. I already ate one, so that I could tell you the truth that they were delicious. There's no dairy, there's no oil, there's none of that stuff. So anyway, no gluten. You know, the whole drill, but they're just fabulous. They're so good. Come on over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could divide the plate in half and just have half each. That could be a good thing. How are you? I've missed you. I've been away for a while. 1 month I had a scratched eye, and I don't know, I've been gardening, and I got to be with my grandbabies, and went on vacation, so I've got lots to talk about. Okay, first of all, that quilt behind me is a Block of the Month quilt through Pat Sloan. It was a freebie, and you just she gave you the amounts of fabric that you needed, and then you just picked your own colorway. And then each month you made a block, and oh, that center block is much bigger, and then you put your blocks around it. Then you finished it however you wanted. I did a piano border, keyboard border. And I have not finished it. That's just the top. It's not quilted yet. So I kind of would like to get it quilted. I really like that one. It kind of makes me feel like late summer or something. Anyway, oh, and that bouquet of flowers is from my garden. My garden's doing great. Ooh, look what I brought to show you. I just picked these this morning. Can you see those? There you go. I know. Cherry tomatoes that taste like tomato. Ooh, and last night I just took my hands and dug up a little bit of those red potatoes, and I did that cream sauce and the fresh peas and the red potatoes, and they tasted like potatoes. Yay! It was delicious. So yeah, my green peppers and zucchini, cucumbers, eggplant, basil, radishes, blueberries, garlic, kale, everything's doing really well. I just pulled the kale a couple weeks ago, so it's drying in the garden shed. Hey, speaking of garden, ooh, look at this. Did you notice this dot? It's really stinky. Okay, this dot actually works. Okay, this I put near my hand when I'm watering. The mosquitoes don't get me. This is like just pure citronella on this. You know, I don't use chemicals or anything on myself or my garden or anything, but sticking this on my shirt or my pant leg, you know, where you have crop pants and then a mosquito will get you while you're sitting outside. It doesn't, although I am not going to wear it for the whole video because it's a little bit stinky. I'd rather smell donuts than I would citronella. But anyway, I got these on Amazon, and you can put them on. I put them on the kids when the grandkids were here. We put them when we were on vacation, walking, biking, whatever. You just put one of those stickers on. I don't know. Did it come with like 100 stickers, I think? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, it wasn't that expensive, and it worked. That's all that matters, that it worked. Those darn mosquitoes. So anyway, okay, let's see. We talked about donuts. That was the most important thing. Okay, let's talk about some prayers and good karma. We need some prayers for my sister-in-law. She's not feeling tip-top. She's home from the hospital, so she's doing better. Love you, Janice. Mwah. And let's see, Eva from our quilt or our cross stitch group, she could use a little bit of good karma and prayers for her health. Our friend Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42, she could use a little bit of good positive energy. And our friend Elena, that is Olivia B's sister. Elena owns a bakery in San Francisco. And sadly, this last week, she went to work at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. I can't remember what time she goes to work. It's insane. But anyway, she's there. She's baking. And some vandals, bad people, I don't know what nice words I can use. I can't really use any nice words. Smashed the inside of her bakery. So if you could send her some good karma, good positive energy, she's a strong girl. She got a broom. Her workers worked with her. They cleaned up. She put some lipstick on and she baked. And that's what's it's gonna take. So get back in there and bake and spread some good, and hopefully good will triumph over stupidity and nastiness. So anyway, good karma to all of them, positive energy, prayers in our circle. So anyway, ooh, I went on vacation. I went to Sun River for my birthday. It was so fun. And we got to walk around lava fields. And I went to Sisters, Oregon. So I got to go to the quilt shop and I bought fabric, lots of fabric. And we ate at food trucks and we just got to explore and bike ride and walk and went to coffee shops and went to a bookstore. Oh, I got a really great book. So I'll share that with you a little bit later. But anyway, it was just so great. And we rented a cabin, which was this log cabin. It was just so rustic, but really up to date, you know, dishwasher, all that stuff. It was really nice. I mean, it looked old fashioned, but in reality, it was air conditioning and a heater because it was 32 degrees. We were in the hot tub outside and it was snowing. It was amazing, the beginning of May. So we got to go see Crater Lake. We drove up there and you couldn't see anything because the snow was piled so high. And we got to the top, you had to climb up this hill, which was really exciting, and look out and you could just see this beautiful, pristine blue crystal, or just gorgeous, clear Crater Lake, and it was just surrounded by snow, and it was fabulous. It was just so fresh. It felt so good to breathe in all that fresh air, and we saw lots of bald eagles. And we were walking around the corner of the cabin to walk Miss Maisie. She came with us, and right as we came around the corner, 5 deer were standing right there, you know, close as me to you, really close. And Maisie was surprised and she gave a little bark and the deer just kind of stepped back like 5 feet, and then we just walked around and went back in the house. Anyway, it was a fabulous vacation. Really nice. It was really fun. And the grandgirlies came to visit. Oh, we had such a good time. We did Pike Place Market and a ferry boat ride, and we took the gondola up to Crystal Mountain, and they mined for rocks and gems, and I made 19 lattes while they were here. The adults went on to Alaska for their tour of Alaska. My daughter-in-law Gabby, was born in Alaska, so they went back to see where they were from and all that. Her sisters and mom and dad and all that. Anyway, so the girls got to be here for a week, and it was so fun. And for the first time in my life, I was a grandma. I didn't think I was. I thought I was young and vibrant, and we were walking along this waterway, and then Mr. Wright said, "Oh, let me take your picture." And so the 3 of us girls stood together. And when I looked at the picture afterwards, I thought, uh-oh. I don't know what happened. Either I'm shrinking or I now have 2 granddaughters that are taller than me. I couldn't believe it. But they got to do their height chart in the sewing room, and so they measured, and they thought it was hilarious that they were taller. So anyway, we had a fabulous time. A couple more stories all fit in there, but anyway, let's get started with talking about a little bit of stitching, and that will be kind of fun to get back into it. Okay, last time I did look back on my video so I could use that comment generator to choose some winner or people that I'm sharing with. And one of the things I said was, oh, today I wore my boots out into the garden. We haven't had rain since then, I don't think. But one of the things I said was I had ordered a frame for the Heritage Sampler, and it came and it is finished, and I framed it, and she is a beauty. It was wonderful. This is a design by Paulette, Plum Street Samplers. And there you go. You can see the whole, and I'll hold the frame up a little closer so you can see it. And it has that little fillet in there that kind of sets it off. I love that. That was neat. So anyway, it's been on top of our mantle for some patriotic decorations. And now that it's August, I'm kind of thinking I want to switch over to some sunflowers and, I don't know, like that quilt. I should get that quilt. Anyway, okay. So it is framed. It is finished. I put the little dots on the corners so we can let some air circulate behind. Remember, we need the air to circulate so we don't get any mold or mildew behind there. And anyway, there's Miss Maisie. Sorry, I forgot to shut my sewing room door. Hopefully it was just the mailman or something. I don't know. Anyway, okay, I'll talk louder. Finished. I love it. It's wonderful. It was a wonderful stitch. I enjoyed every stitch. So anyway, there you go. It is fully finished. Okay. And I have a finish, which I started after I saw you last. And I finished it, but I haven't framed it. So I finished the Summer Jubilee by Blackbird Design. Let's see, how if I get that. I changed it a little bit. I changed the numbers to 2023, and I put my initials over here. And I had it finished by the, whoops, there you go. I had it finished by the 4th of July, so it was one that I had wanted to do, and I just kind of kept putting it off, and for some reason I saw the pattern, got it out, I had the fabric, I stitched it, and then finished it. That was it, done. It was way quicker than I thought. So anyway, it's kind of a fun one. I have a couple of vintage frames that I might see if I can cut them down if that would work. That might work like a good idea. Ooh, I got some birthday surprises. I didn't ask permission. I don't care. I'm going to tell people. My friend Kathleen made this for me. I wish she lived next door. I wish she lived next door. Isn't that the nicest little birthday? I mean, it came with all kinds of goodies and whatnot, but wow, her stitching is beautiful. Oops, a daisy. Dog hair. Sorry. I think it's my dog hair, not her dog hair. She has a golden retriever, and mine, that was white. So anyway, it's really beautiful. She does really, really even, beautiful stitches, and it was so thoughtful of her to make it for me. You can see the little wing on that bird, which is hilarious. It's kind of saucy and jaunty. I don't know why I like that bird. Anyway, it's finished beautifully with the ruching on the sides, and oh, I just love it. It was just such a nice surprise. Such a nice surprise. And then my friend Kim, stay-at-home quilter. Look at how tiny this is. She made this adorable pillow. And it's just so small. I feel like, even just to tell you, I feel like I should put my glasses on. Oh my goodness gracious. Her stitches are so tiny and even and beautiful. And it also came with a whole bunch of goodness. Kim and I share the same birthday, so that was kind of fun. Oh, and I don't think this was for my birthday, but I got this from Niecey Lynn. Ooh, she could use some prayers too. Good karma. Her grandbabies moved from Texas to Florida, so she's kind of having a hard time adjusting to that, because that is tricky, not being around your grandbabies. But she sent me this. Can you see that little snowman? Isn't that funny that somebody from really hot Texas sent it to somebody in Washington in the middle of summer, a snowman? It's adorable. It's just adorable. Oh, and one thing I wanted to show you. She sent me this thread, and it's called Hey Jude, and it's by A Wicked Stepmother. And she said it makes the best roofs. And you can kind of see the variegation, dark, light. It would be really good for tree trunks or a roof. She said it's her favorite. That's kind of a neat thing to know. I love that when somebody sends you their favorite and say, ooh, this is perfect for a tree trunk or, you know, whatever you're making, because it has that variegation. You know, Cynthia Brew, she had given me some Wicked Stepmother, and I really love it. It's so smooth, and it's just stitches so nicely. So wasn't that a nice surprise? Ooh, that was a very nice surprise. Anyway, okay, let's see. What am I going to talk about next? Ooh, let's do the giveaways. So I had 5 giveaway things. Okay, so the Santas, we'll do those first. Okay, so this was the Prairie Schooler 2001 Santa, and the person's name is Lorraine Bergstrom 9391. So if you could contact me, my email address will be down below, and I promise to pop this in the mail to you on Monday morning or Tuesday. You know, sometimes Mondays go to heck in a handbasket really quick. So it'll either be Monday or Tuesday. But anyway, I'll pop it in the mail to you. So congratulations, Lorraine. Thank you. Or congratulations. That's a good one. Okay, this one is a Prairie Schooler 2013. And this one goes to Tana Duncan Lewis, 9720. Tana. Do I have your address? I might have your address. I don't know. Okay, send me your address anyway, and I'll pop it in the mail on Monday or Tuesday. Congratulations, Tana and Lorraine. Yahoo! I love giving stuff away. Okay, now I have 3 of those charm that I made. The little, the little floss tag charm. You can put on the edge of your bag. You know, they can hang off the bag, or they can be on your floss ring. So I have 3 of them to give away. I have a purple one, a yellow one. Oh, this one also has roses on it. It's so pretty. That one is really pretty. Okay, so those go to, you had to write down and say that you were going to donate a birthday kit. You know, the birthday cake, frosting, balloons, napkins for the food bank. Ooh, I've got a good food bank story for you. But anyway, so the people said that they had donated to, that they were going to donate. So those are the ones that went into that random generator. So number 1, we have the Tiny House Stitcher, Angie. So thank you for donating birthday cake. That was so nice. Number 2, Deborah Butler, and her birthday is May 9th. Isn't that cool that she donated birthday cakes for her birthday and my birthday? That's like perfect. And then number 3 is Cindy Pope. And so thank you so much for all of the cakes that you donated. Lots of people said they donated them. So we donated so many birthday cakes. The birthday cake, the birthday napkins and frosting and balloons. And so from every part of America, and just think how many food banks that we donated to. I mean, it's a really neat thing to be a part of. So thank you for doing that. I really, really appreciate it. Ooh, my birthday cake this year was a cheesecake from Beloved Cheesecakes in Silverton, Oregon. And they ship everywhere. It was the best cheesecake I have ever had in my life. So, and the people were so nice. Mr. Wright got that birthday cake for me to take to our, Airbnb. And I went back in. He picked it up. I stayed in the car with the dog, and then I went back in to say thank you because it was just lovely, just packaged beautifully and nice. And I just wanted to say thank you and shake their hand. And they gave me a piece of cheesecake, my free piece of cheesecake for my birthday, and they were just as nice as could be. And then they gave us 2 forks so we could eat that one piece as we were driving along on our vacation, or towards our vacation. So anyway, that was so nice. So, okay, I have a food bank story before I forget. Okay, you're gonna love this. Okay, so when the grand girlies were here, Papa Bruce gave them each $50 and said, girls, we have had the best time, and you got to buy shoes, and we got to go on picnics, and we got to buy every latte you can imagine, and we got to go on a gondola ride and a ferry boat ride, and we just did all kinds of wonderful things. So we also have to give back, otherwise we end up being a little bit of Veruca, and we don't want to be like that. So we want to help other people. So we're going to drive to the grocery store. You each get $50, and then they had to one wanted to use her phone, and one wanted to use an actual old-fashioned, which almost killed me, an old-fashioned calculator, which was hilarious. And they had to buy $50 worth of food, not produce, because we have a lot of grocery stores around here that will donate the produce to the food banks, but $50 worth of food, and get as close to $50 as you possibly could. So, man, they did a fabulous job. I was so surprised at what they decided to buy. And they bought applesauce, and one bought apple juice, and I heard the other one say, that's so expensive. And she said, yeah, but if I was poor, I would love to have apple juice. I thought, oh, okay. And then they decided that they were going to buy soup. and they were figuring out the prices, and we were just helping with math. We never said a word about what they should buy. And they had some chicken noodle soup that was at the bottom shelf, and it was like 89 cents, I think. And there was some at the top that was $2.90. And they both were, no, we have to get the bottom one. And I said, why are you buying chicken noodle soup? And the oldest granddaughter said, oh, I love it. When you're not feeling good, you can have chicken noodle soup. But I like the canned kind. I don't like my mom's kind. And I said, okay. Her mom's a chef. So that's kind of funny. But I didn't tell anybody. So mom's the word. Don't tell the chef that her daughter likes the canned soup better. But they decided to do canned soup. And then they decided they wanted to give them a treat. If you were poor and didn't have a lot of money for food, you still wanted to have a treat, not just rice and beans and vegetables. And so one bought Pop-Tarts. I was shocked. And one bought blueberry muffin mix. That was it. And I was like, oh, that was good. Smart. And they read the box to find out if blueberries came in it. And then we went to go pay, and one was $1.90 or so under, and they gave her the cash. And then the other one was about $6 or $7. So Papa Bruce stayed with the bags in the cart. And then they went back in the store. They were going to spend as much as they could. And they came within 27 cents of spending the whole $100. And so they were so excited. Then we went to the food bank. And we went to the back part where you deliver the food. And there was two gentlemen there. They were super, super nice to the girls and showed them where to put it. And they had to put it on the scale because they keep track of how much food. So the girls had donated 141 pounds of food, and they got to spend their $100, and they were so happy and so proud. And then we went to the bookstore and they got to buy books. And then we went to the Dollar Japanese store and they got to buy lots of goodies. And then we went to, Korean barbecue, because that's what they had never had in Alabama. And that's the one thing they wanted to do. So anyway, we got to have a great day, and they had so much fun, and they were very serious about what they chose and how many they chose, and they did a really great job. So anyway, it's a great idea. If your grandbabies are coming to visit and you want to spoil them, I get that. I totally spoiled them 99.9% of the time, but that one thing was really, really fun to do. So anyway, that's my food bank story. So there you go. Okay, so the project that I'm working on, I did see somebody say they don't call it whips. They call it a project in progress. They call it a PIP. I was like, what? My PIP. So my PIP is Miss Lucy Calcutt. This pattern was in my wish list at 123 Stitch for quite a while. And my friend Barbara sent this to me. For Christmas, she had taken it off my list. So this is a bag that she had made me too, which was really fun. So, and my friend Kim had made this little miniature hoop that she cross-stitched my initial in, and I put it on there. So, okay, so the story with Miss Lucy is I was stitching her, and I bumped my glass of water, and I dumped an entire glass of water on her. There you go. Can you see that? Let's see. Okay. But I'm using DMC thread and a regular linen that was not over-dyed. And so nothing ran, nothing's... Oh, I was so lucky. Now I have to put lids on everything I drink, of course. Anyway. Okay, so... it's turning out beautiful. And in the yin and yang of life, I spilled the water, but that border, that red border met up beautifully. How lucky was that? How lucky was that? So anyway, I love the border on this. It's really a fun one to do. And I'm going to make a few changes. One of the birds, I think the bird on the right-hand side was white, and I wanted to see all the birds on there, so that was kind of fun. Kind of looks like my zinnias, so that was neat to stitch that. But anyway, it's 32 count I think it's just cream colored linen, and I'm using the DMC called for thread. So she is beautiful. She's fun to stitch. Carol Crago, I think, on Instagram. I think she just started it. I think Kim the Contented Stitcher is stitching it. Hey, it's just a really beautiful piece. It's one of those where you can finish a motif and then you feel like you've really accomplished something. So anyway, it's a beautiful one. I really am enjoying stitching that. I didn't stitch for that whole month when I had scratched my eye, so that was really nice to kind of get back into it. So anyway, that's my PIP, project in progress. So I thought it was hilarious that she called it that. She said she didn't like the name of WHIP, so she wanted to call it a PIP. I was like, okay. Oh, Summer Jubilee is in this book, the Blackbird design book. And yeah, it's a beautiful frame. They did a good job. As always, they do a beautiful job. So anyway, this one is the Souvenirs of Summer book that one is in. So I got some books here to show you. Oh, you're going to love this book. Look, Ain't Life Grand? Those are my 2 grandbabies. Well, I have 4, but those are the 2 that came to visit. And I had one of those books made up so that Mr. Wright could take it to work, and we could share pictures of the gum wall in Seattle and the Seattle skyline from the ferry boat. And oh man, it was, we made s'mores one night. And it was just so fun. And of course, they adored Miss Maisie. Oh, wait, here they are. Here they are at Korean barbecue. We had all kinds of dishes to try. They loved that. We had a picnic at the top of Crystal Mountain. Oh, and of course, Miss Maisie got into the action. They adored her. She adored them. It was really fun. So, I don't know. I think I took 150 pictures, but we got some in the book and shared with them. And anyway, that was really just the week of my life. It was so fun, so fun. And I loved making lattes for them. They felt so grown up. And sometimes I'd put sprinkles on the top. Of course, lots of whipped cream and lots of caramel sauce. And sometimes I put sprinkles. A couple times I put a lollipop in the straw. It was just, they just felt really grown up. It was really fun. Oh, I got this book for my birthday. Most Humble Hands. This one is from Teresa Vignette, Kitten Stitcher. And let me see if there's a couple a picture I could show you. I mean, her writing is fabulous. The patterns in here are unbelievable. Just so nice. Marking samplers. And it really is a lovely, lovely book. I hope to pick a project out of there and do it. And it's really fun to read some of the stories and whatnot. Ooh, I got this book called Trail of Thread from, I didn't ask permission, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's one of you sent this to me for my birthday. And anyway, like it's a collection of historical letters of women going across westward journey and all how they did it, what they did, what they collected. It's really good. It's really, and you don't have to read the whole book. You can just read like little snippet, you know, for a couple nights, which is wonderful. Oh, I got this book. Oh, you'll love this. Okay, so yes, of course, I'm going to can some things, but, and I freeze things too, but this one has so many great ideas of how to freeze some of our foods and vegetables that we're getting out if they're on sale at the grocery store, or if you look, you can freeze. They tell you how to freeze cucumbers, or if pineapple's on sale, buy some pineapple and they show you how to freeze it, or just great ideas, really great ideas, lots of tips, and kind of help you so that you're not freezing and things get burned and you don't want to eat it. And anyway, I think it's a really great way to come up with some ideas. And then they have lots of recipes in here to show you what you can do with the stuff that you froze, anyway, lots of pictures, beautiful. By Crystal Schmidt, Freeze Fresh, The Ultimate Guide. I loved it. I thought it was a good book. Ooh, and then this book is Sarah Beth's Good Morning Cookbook. And this is a big one. I got this one on my vacation for my birthday. It was my souvenir. I love going to bookstores and And so I buy a book, and then that's I think I bought a couple when we were for our anniversary, but I mean, this book is the top of the line. It's just fabulous. So many great ideas. So many great ideas. I made this salmon and cream cheese and capers on waffles, and it was fabulous. Anyway, this is a real treat. That is a real treat. All right. What else do I have? Oh, I have one more thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, you've been hearing me complain, gripe, talk, explore it, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what this is? This is my finished book. I finished the last chapter. This week we're working on editing, and then it goes to an actual editor in New York. Then it goes to a marketing person in Arizona. I have a person doing the covers, both the back and the front. I finished my book. So, I had to tell you all about it. I don't know, I feel like it's like anticlimactic. You're the guys that have been listening to me. My friend Barbara sent me a really nice card encouraging me to finish it. That was really nice. So, I'm toying with one extra chapter. I don't know. I'll see about that. But I'm working on footnotes this week, next week. This is my month where I don't have to study. I don't study the whole month. I just read tons of fun library books and things I want to do and goof off. But this one is continued, and yeah, it's a good one. So I don't know. I don't know if maybe I should ask if we should have a contest to see if you know what the title. Well, guess what the title is. Maybe I should, and I could give away. Oh, I should make something up. Maybe I'll make up a project bag and a little tag for it, a little charm, and I think I'll do that. And then next time, I'll ask you if you have any suggestions of what you think the title is going to be. So, anyway, what do we got left? What I'm grateful for: air conditioning, of course. Amen. Holy Toledo, the last video I made, I was talking about how rainy it was and blah, blah, blah. And now it's, thank goodness for air conditioning. It's 85, 90 degrees. And that's kind of hard in Washington State. Good gravy. That's not right. It's too hot. I'm really grateful that I have room to grow a garden. I have lots of things that I grew and lots that I can share with people. I'm really glad and grateful that the grandbabies came to visit. I don't think I can call them grandbabies anymore. One of them said, is that called cross stitch? I said, it is. And I had already made up these kits in case they asked. I didn't want to push it. And so she said, well, do you think you could teach me? I said, sure. And she goes, well, what's the deal? What do you do? And I said, well, you just take thread and you make an X, you come up one hole. Here's a little kit I made for each of you. And she said, and do you knot it? And I said, no. And she said, so you make one X. That's it? That's the whole craft? And I said, well, you have to do it 1,000 times to make a picture. And she's like, okay, I don't want to do that right now. I'll do it when I get home. That doesn't sound that difficult. Okay. But she did like noticing some of the cross-stitch pieces around the house that had her initials or her name on it. So I noticed that. She said, does this mean my name? I said, yes, it does. I said, you can take it home with you now if you want. And she said, no, I'll let you keep it until I want it. And I said, okay. So it was fun. I had a blast with the girls. It was so much fun. And okay, not all of it. They wanted to go to IKEA because the closest one they have is 7 hours away, and we spent 3 hours looking in IKEA. I had no idea you could spend that long in IKEA. So anyway, it was super fun. We had great food. It was just a blast. We played outside, we played in the front, we played in the back, we did all kinds of things. So it was just, grandkids are the best. I highly recommend it. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and listening to me. I missed you. I missed having conversations with people, sending back and forth. I don't know. It was, time kind of went by trying to do my garden, trying to get my life back in order after my eye and vacation and all kinds of things. Oh yes, writing a book, not as fun as people make it out to be. It's not that fun. It's a lot of work. So anyway, I'll get back to my PIP. My project in progress. Thanks a lot for stopping by. And if you really are in the neighborhood, stop by. I've got fresh donuts, and you know I'm going to eat one as soon as I get off of this video. So anyway, thanks a lot. We'll chat soon. Bye-bye.